What if I told you that one of the greatest athletes of all time, a woman who spent her entire career fighting for fairness, equality, and integrity, just exploded online after being accused of supporting the very thing she's been fighting against? Because Martina Navratilova, a legend of women's sports and one of the loudest voices defending female categories, has finally had enough. And her furious response is now shaking the sports world. This is Net Rush Report. Let's get into it. You're watching Net Rush Report, your home for breaking tennis news, emotional reactions, and the stories the rest of the sports world is scared to touch. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss the drama behind the headlines. Martina Navratilova has never been afraid to speak her mind. Not in her playing days, not in retirement, and definitely not on social media. But this latest clash on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, might be one of her most explosive. It all began when comedian Lou Perez publicly trolled Navratilova for supporting Democrats, mocking her for backing a political party while also being outspoken against biological males entering women's sports. He even shared a screenshot of her profile to intensify his argument. But Navratilova didn't hesitate. She fired back immediately, making it crystal clear that she has never supported men and women's sports, and that her position has stayed consistent for years. Her message was direct, sharp, and unmistakable. That should have ended things, but it didn't. Shortly after the exchange, another user posted an article summarizing the conversation and accused Martina of doing exactly what she just denied, supporting men entering women's categories. That's when Navratilova snapped. She hit back with a furious reply, calling out the accusation as false, misleading, and deliberately dishonest. To her, this wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was a smear. Anyone who follows Martina knows that she's one of the most outspoken critics of Donald Trump and the Republican Party. She has called him stupid, delusional, and worse, especially after his controversial claim on tariffs and depression. But she's also made it clear that defending women's sports is not, and never has been, a partisan issue for her. And this isn't a new fight. Back in 2024, at the Paris Olympics, a massive controversy exploded when Algeria's Imaine Khalif and Taiwan's Lin Yuting won gold medals despite reports that they had failed gender eligibility tests. Many athletes stayed quiet. But Martina, she spoke up loudly. Fast forward over a year, and the International Olympic Committee is now considering a historic ruling, a potential ban on biological males from all female Olympic events. IOC Director Dr. Jane Thornton presented scientific evidence showing that hormone treatment cannot fully erase the biological advantages of male puberty, advantages that directly affect fairness. Martina immediately reacted to the news, reposting it with a one-word response. That single word went viral. It spoke for countless female athletes worldwide who feel their concerns have been ignored. The IOC is expected to make its final decision at the 145th session in Milan, and tension is skyrocketing as the sports world waits. But this wasn't the only recent moment where Martina made headlines. Earlier this year, she blasted the Women's Pro Disc Golf Championships after 5 transgender athletes competed in the women's division and reportedly walked away with $5,000 that was meant for female players. Martina argued that this was exactly why clear boundaries are necessary, not to exclude people, but to preserve fairness. And fairness is the hill she's willing to die on. Martina Navratilova isn't backing down. Not online, not in politics, and not in the fight to protect women's sports. Love her or hate her, she's shaping the conversation in a way few athletes ever have. But if you want more stories like this, raw, real, and unapologetic, make sure you're subscribed to Net Rush Report. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.